Hello, here I am again, and we're going to talk about what happened when you have a Karma drone and it goes out of control, you lose GPS. And here's an example. I was flying around at Diamond Head Park and I started getting messages that said, start using your sticks, a loss of GPS control. And at that point, I was pretty much on my own, and if you've ever had this experience, you know that the drone acts somewhat erratic. So if you don't know how to steer your drone, your Karma drone, without GPS, it's a new experience, and luckily, as you can see, I was able to land it properly. Now, what I do for that is that I use a toy drone. The toy drone has different parts, and here I am looking at my phone. The phone actually is used to show the images, and actually this toy drone, the Drocon Cyclone, actually has a camera, and it's not a very good camera and it's not as good as a GoPro, but it allows me to view what the flight looks like and give me some sense of that. The whole idea is not to learn how to shoot quality photos with a GoPro, but to actually give you an idea of how to steer with the display. In this box is the Cyclone, and it's a really durable drone, as you will see. Being a toy drone, it's very squirrely and it doesn't fly like a Karma or one of your more sophisticated drones with GPS control and sensors. And that's the very reason why you want to use a toy drone like the Cyclone. I have used the Cyclone in the past and have had really good success with it. I'm going to start bringing out the battery, and inside that little LiPo case is the battery. The battery is a 3.7 volt, 55 milliamp battery, and the reason why it's really good is because it's kind of a generic battery, so you don't need to buy the proprietary battery that all of the other drones, like for instance even the Karma has that proprietary battery. It will not fly with any other battery. It's best to get one of these generic batteries, and they're widely available, and that's why I really like it. Now I already set the battery in the drone, and after I place the battery in the drone, you try to link up the drone using a calibration technique, which we're not going to go over in this video. But I just wanted to kind of show you the setup. It's a really neat drone because it has its own controller. You don't have to use your phone to control it. You can use the controller, which is a fairly good controller and is fairly responsive. What you're going to see in the next few minutes, though, is the drone and how it flies when it's brand new. Obviously it has to be tuned. The drone is rather squirrely. It doesn't have GPS, it doesn't have all of those fancy things like I said. So you have to tune it, and also you have to use your sticks to fly it, which is what Karma told me to do when it lost GPS. In a few minutes you're going to see what happens when I start flying this drone. Now keep in mind, this is brand new. One of my old Cyclones had a problem, and it just from using so much that it refused to fly anymore. And I must say that I used it for several years, so I'm not blaming the drone. The drone itself, the Cyclone, is very durable, but being just out of the box, it's pretty squirrely. And that's a good thing because you want to be able to control the drone. It kind of duplicates what it's like when your drone, be it a Karma, be it a whatever you have, sophisticated camera drone, it just flies off, and you have to be ready to control it in that situation. So that took off pretty smoothly, and you can see that I'm checking it out, and but the reality is it wasn't very smooth. We see what really happens during the flight. Now the camera watches the drone go up in the sky, and Boom! Try that with your Karma drone and see what happens. Now I'm going to go there and pick it up and bring it back. What happens for the second flight? Again, the drone goes up in the air, trying to get control of it because of the new settings and how we have to tune the controller, and bang again. So here I am running after it. So this is my third attempt to fly the Cyclone, and you can see me with a little bit more stability. I seem to be able to fly the drone a little bit more stable, flying around because I finally tuned it somewhat, but it still has its squirrely, quirky things. So we've had the drone fall twice, and now we're going to see the drone 30 times. So you can see that this drone is very durable. It's fallen like multiple times. I still am able to launch it, and there was a point when I finally said, well, we're going to try one more time, and you're going to see how I'm finally getting it tuned, and I'm getting the hang of it. Part of it, I must say, is because I haven't flown in a while, so that's why it shows me that I really, really am out of practice, and how important it is to have something, a drone, a toy drone that's durable like this Cyclone, that you can practice with and crash, and then it flies again. And I must say that after I did this video, I was able to fly it for close to an hour because I had multiple batteries. Now, I don't recommend flying it over and over again because I think that's the reason why I wore out my last Drocon. I flew it multiple times, and the motors just kind of gave way. What happened just now was that the Drocon Cyclone actually landed, and then it took off in the spot, and now it crashed again. So you can see we crashed it multiple times, and all necessary. With each crash you learn a little bit more, and it teaches you that if you're having problems with your Karma drone steering, and you know with the GPS on, it's a piece of cake, really, to be honest with you. But if you cannot fly it with the GPS on, maybe you should consider flying a toy drone like I do to practice. And this is what, the fifth time that I'm flying it. You can see the drone flies and it falls, and it just keeps flying and falling. And there we go. That's the one where it kind of fell down, and I was able to launch it right off the grass back into the air again. So highly recommend it that you go ahead and practice with a toy drone. And this drone is really, really good. It's a bit pricey, but like I said, you can use somewhat generic batteries, and fairly easy to obtain, and you don't have to buy their specific proprietary battery in order to allow it to work. And so just go ahead, and you don't be intimidated by the fact that this is you're going to crash it so many times, because that's where you learn how to fly. And thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me or in the message section. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.